represent them, so they can also pass as club owners. Now we have the communique, we might not be able to read everything, but if you want to take time out to actually point out the important thing was that the LMC's tenure should come to an end 2013-2012 season. The league has ended, but we also understand in the course of the league, NFF came out to extend the contract of the LMC.
No, they came out with a statement rejecting.
Recently, I mean, we remember at some point in time during the league's last season, they said that the LMC would continue, but nobody
that was
Weber.
Was spoken. It was
Okay.
Weber. I don't know where that was credited to, but
the thing is, we are back to this point again now.
They are back to the point. But at least I know it was the crop revolution last year that gave birth to LMC. They came out. They went to a meeting. They had a meeting. They removed the Bible-led board. The NFF said no, you can't do that. It is illegal. You have to hold the proper congress. They did a congress, which they actually they had a unanimous decision. They took out the board. Went to the AGM in Port Harcourt, which was endorsed. At the end of the day, the Bible board was asked to leave.
Yeah.
But you cannot work in vacuum.
Of course.
They set up an interim committee between. They had two members of the club owners, Mike Idoko and Sawo Bayaro on that committee. And so at the end of the day, okay, say one season. Yes, one season. But I think they should have waited for the AGM. Because you know what the AGM does? The AGM is so supreme that at the end of the day, this decision will go to the AGM.
That's right.
If the AGM wake up one morning and say, okay, you have the right to remove this people. We are extending the contract. What will the club do? But I'm particular about where this thing will snowball into, because the AGM will hold on 28th.
That's right.
If the league does not start in December, let me tell you, we do not have a full season. The continental teams are going to be in serious trouble. All of them are going to be in serious trouble. And FIFA has given a deadline that May.
The list should be submitted.
So, the league should have ended May. But those going to the World Cup, how would you be able to meet up some of these things? In between, you have the Federation Cup. We have our national team going to be on of course, the preparation for the World Cup is going to be in place.
Then the Champions also.
The continental competitions are going to be in place. How would you meet this target?
Yeah. Yeah, I think this will be sorted out, because we understand that on Friday the club owners actually came out to say that okay, fine, the LMC can continue, they did a good job, and there was a change in voice. But we can dwell on this for a very long time. But let's because of time, let's talk about the league too. MPFL, we hope, Larry, that it will resume back as early as possible. I mean, they said November, but it doesn't look like
you have to wait after the
AGM that will take place on the 28th. Luckily, you'll be on ground, so you probably be giving us information as what's going on. Now let's go straight to the leagues in Europe as we begin to round off this segment. Like Ken did say, Manchester United won the match yesterday, but it's still 8th. I'm almost tempted to say that Arsenal FC will definitely win the EPL this season, but I think we should wait about 10 more games to see if they have what it takes to stay on top after 10 games. I'm going to start with you, Larry. Quickly, let's take you through the scorelines of the games that were played yesterday. Arsenal played 2-0 over Liverpool. Stoke City played 1-1 with Southampton. West Brom 2-0 over Crystal Palace. Fulham 1-3 with Manchester United. All City 1-0 over Sunderland. Man City played 7-0 over Norwich City. And we saw West Ham play 0-0 with Aston Villa. Newcastle defeated Chelsea 2-0. The scorelines that we have on your screen. The one that stands out for me is the fact that Chelsea lost to to Newcastle, a fact that says that November is a very bad year for Chelsea. Mourinho has never won with Newcastle, even on Tyneside, and it's something that he acknowledged yesterday again. But he has come out to say that we probably picked the wrong side. They have a game to bounce off from when they get to play against Schalke in the midweek Champions League. But Arsenal FC, with that victory, stay on top of the league with 5 points.
Yes, I'll talk about Chelsea very quickly. Chelsea, they've not had a very good run, particularly when they go to Newcastle. Don't forget that Newcastle also in the derby with Sunderland, they lost. So they were also bruising, and they had lost again at home to Man City in the Capital One Cup. So they had bruises all over their body, and they had to make a particular statement. Chelsea came into that particular match on the run of how many victories in Europe, and 6 victories in Europe, and then in the Capital One Cup as well. They were very imperious against Arsenal, defeated Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. So they had to actually get a win. In fact, if they had won that game, they would have gone top of the log, although albeit momentarily. And what do you know? I thought Mourinho didn't get his tactics correctly. First, I thought playing Mata on the right-hand side, and then Hazard in the outside in the middle was a little bit wrong. That means you underutilized Mata. I mean, the best of that guy is not on the wings. And then Lampard, all the Ramirez in the middle. I think he didn't just get the right mix. And then they were pedestrian, and he said as much. For Arsenal, it was going to be a very, very tough game for them. They had to avoid a hat trick of defeat. first to Dortmund, second to what's it called, Chelsea, and then Liverpool coming to Emirates. They did themselves a whole lot of good. Kazoya and Ramsey, and who else but Ramsey? It was a good win for them.
Okay, now the level I tended to say that that the league is actually started right now. That the Arsenal is staying on top. Manchester United picking up points. Manchester City currently placed fourth. Now Tottenham, Everton, should any one of them win the league today, win their games today, will go to second place. The league, for some people, is actually taking shape as we stand.
If the league ends today, Arsenal fans should be pumping some champion.
No, it's just 10 games.
If the leagues end today, so far they are. If the leagues end today, they are champions of the Premier League. We have to give them that credit. 5 point clear. At least they had a lot to boost. They've gone through torrid times in terms of not winning anything, but they want to use that to make a statement. Chelsea chasing them down the line. We have Liverpool. I know when you have this big gun beating down your neck, you have a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. And so I think for us now, we have to give them that credit. 5 point clear. Chelsea breathing down their neck on 20 points. Liverpool.
Which will change. I mean, it's dependent on the game between Tottenham and Everton. Should anyone of them pick?
There should be a change. But for now, when you have, because even if Tottenham goes into that mix among the top four, it's still one of the top guns breathing down your neck. It's not it's not a team like Sunderland or Crystal Palace or Norwich breathing down your neck. You know that at one point these guys will crash, they will crumble. But these are the guys that are definitely go be your top title rival. So you're likely going to have a long season for us now. I hope they can hold their own.
This is where it's going to actually come to say for them. I mean, this is the season that Arsene Wenger has to prove how top flight he is in coaching, because that depends on their depth. If they can maintain this momentum and see him, even if they go halfway and eventually drop points and struggle, it's fine. But not that at the end of the day or midweek, some few games from now, they start structuring. But I think they're fantastic with the way they play and their fluidity. The games we will see today, we'll see Everton taking on Tottenham, Cardiff City will be taking on Swansea City. That's what it is in the EPL. We'll go straight and talk about the Spanish La Liga. That it seems like a Barcelona side are ready to make a statement by saying they want to go all season unbeaten. They have maximum points. They've won all the games they played so far this season.
Except one.
They drew one.
Yes.
They've drawn only one. But again, they played on Friday. They defeated Espanyol by a lone goal. Real Sociedad played 5-0 over Osasuna. Almeria played 1-0 over Real Valladolid. Vallecano played 2-3 with Real Madrid, and Sevilla lost 0-1 to Celta de Vigo. But now Real Madrid struggled. I'm going to start with you, Larry. Real Madrid struggled. Let me use that word because I mean,
this is a derby.
Yeah, it is though. But I mean, you expect Real Madrid to actually go.
But from talk quickly about the Barcelona game. First of all, we must know that Gerard Martin has actually done something. He has abandoned the tiki-taka that Barcelona used to play, and they are now more direct. They are now they play more.
Neymar is getting to the game. If you see
the number of goals they've considered, I think they've considered less than 7 goals all season. I mean, apart from the Champions League, that is not the Barcelona we know. The Barcelona used to know goes out attacking and forgetting defense. Now they win odd 1-0, they win odd 2-1, and then they are home and dry. Neymar has been brilliant. Messi is not in a good run of form. But having said that, Sanchez has come to the party. Neymar has also come to the party. Real Madrid yesterday, I saw a selfless Gareth Bale. He had 2 assists, brilliant. Cristiano Ronaldo, brilliant as well. Somebody feels he spends most of his time in the hairdresser salon, but I don't agree. He's actually a very fantastic footballer, and we saw that again, 2 goals yesterday. And Real Madrid, good value for their points.
All right, we'll leave us now with the fixtures of the games that we played today. Getafe taking on Valencia, Atletico Madrid taking on Athletic Club, Levante taking on Granada, and Malaga playing nose to Real Betis. Midweek, that's what the table looks like. Barcelona on top with 34 points, about 4 points clear of Atletico Madrid. Should they win that game today, to go back to about being a point. Real Madrid are third with 28 points, but on the table we have Real Betis, Almeria, and Rayo Vallecano. That's all time will permit us to take. Midweek fixtures in the Champions League, the Italian results. Parma plays 0-1 with Juventus. Milan lost 0-2 with Fiorentina. Napoli played 2-1 with Catania. Milan currently plays about 9th or 10th on the table, which is terrible for them. That's all time we permit us to take. I'd like to thank you guys for being a part of the program. I'd like to thank you, Nodi.
My pleasure.
Hopefully we get to see you next week. All right, Larry Peter.
It's a pleasure being here.
All right, so don't go anywhere. Ken will be back to take you through the rest of the program. Join us again.